All right, so I'm in Port Orange and I'm buying this half duplex next week. So there's one side that was just sold, and then here's the side I'm buying. All right, so you come in, you're greeted to something that looks like it was flooded. That's because it actually did flood from the hurricane. So all this drywall that you see here was having to be ripped out because it flooded throughout the whole house. So what they did is, like, this was carpet, so they left the tile because that's fine. The kitchen's fine, honestly. Like, it's not bad. Cabinets still work, everything's fine here. Appliances are still good. So you come throughout the house and you see that throughout the whole house, all the bottom part of the drywall has been removed. Here's another bathroom. All I'm gonna have to do is pretty much redo the showers, make these walk-in showers, maybe new vanities, obviously replace the drywall. Same back here, this is the bigger one. Make this a whole walk-in shower, and then keep this stuff pretty much the same. Like, this is all in good shape. So other than like replacing the drywall, redoing all the flooring, and then updating those two bathrooms, this is pretty base hit, cookie cutter flip. The one thing we are gonna do is when you walk out here to the back, there's like this porch area. And what we're gonna do here is enclose this and make this into a third bedroom. So when you walk out here, right next door here, this side, that's exactly what they did. So they made this a third bedroom, so they added more square footage. That's simple. I mean, literally enclose that, get a permit for that, enclose it, make this into a bedroom. You have a bathroom right here. Here is the garage. So when you walk into the garage, you're gonna walk directly into that bedroom, which is the one thing I don't like, because this is gonna be a bedroom, and then here's the bath. I thought about trying to, add a door here, but that's just gonna be too much work. I mean, I'm gonna have to replace and move all the AC stuff, move the hot water heater if I wanted to add a door here so that you didn't have to walk through the bedroom, which in a perfect world I would. However, if you come to the laundry room, which is over here, I'd have to pretty much redo all this stuff as well, and honestly, that juice isn't worth the squeeze. I'm pretty much just copying exactly what they did next door, except I'm just gonna make it a little bit nicer. I'm gonna make it look better. They kept like the half tile and then did like LVP throughout. I don't like that look. I'm ripping all the tile out. I'm making it unison across the board, make it look clean. And I'm gonna have two walk-in showers. They had like the tub kind of situation going on. I don't like that as much. But yeah, so numbers wise, I mentioned I'm buying it for $124. This honestly, worst case scenario is gonna cost me around $25,000 to $30,000. I'm not doing a ton of big stuff. There's no big ticket items. It's pretty much just cosmetic things. If I buy for $124, put about 25 into it, I'm all in like 150 with closing cost fees and all that stuff, whatever, I take care of those. But then I can probably sell it for like 235 because that one next door sold for 232. So that's one that I'm buying. My buddy sent me this, shout out Daniel. But yeah, so I'm gonna partner with him. I'm gonna give him the listing on the back end. Everyone's gonna be a happy camper. So I'm excited for this one. All right, so I'm here in Eustis, AKA Useless, checking out another property that I've been chatting with the seller. They wanna sell, they're gonna go into foreclosure. Here's the house. Not too bad, in a pretty good area. Houses around here, pretty solid, pretty nice. They go for like low to mid threes. Here's what I just found out though. She has already called Open Door and OfferPad. That sucks. So here's the thing about Open Door and OfferPad. They are playing a different game than the rest of us. They are buying some houses and they don't care if they lose money. They are just buying some to buy, to kind of place capital and to play a different game than we are. They have a lot of cheap capital, so they can buy houses at much higher prices than I can because, I'm actually looking to make money. And they're playing a different game. So in this one, she told me that they've already been offered like $300,000. Well, the Zestimate is like $312, and this thing needs a lot of work. So that's one of those scenarios where I don't know how that makes any sense whatsoever. But whenever we deal or hear like Open Door, OfferPad, I immediately kind of like get upset because I'm like, oh, well, that's not gonna make a whole lot of sense. Now, granted, they don't buy every house, but oftentimes they're paying a lot more than we are. They do still have fees and commissions and all that jazz, but for something like this that needs a lot of work, I'll pull up some pictures. I mean, it needs all new bath in every room, new flooring, new kitchen. Pretty much, honestly, like every cosmetic thing you can think of, it needs. And Open Door and OfferPad, she said she's gotten like a 270 something and then like a 290 something, so pretty much 300. Like I said, that's prior to fees, but still, I'm probably gonna be in like lower 200s. I don't see how they're gonna make any money. I mean, houses around here are selling fixed up in like the lower threes, right? So like after closing costs, commissions and all that, there's no way because this house needs at minimum $40,000, $50,000 worth of work and it needs a new roof. So it's like, the math doesn't math. So that's why, you know, you kind of just gotta stay disciplined and make sure that you buy houses that make sense for you, because I'd love to buy this house. It's like right in my bread and butter. You know, I love this style. I love this area. I know it, but what am I gonna tell them? Don't go with an offer that they're gonna pay you more. Like, no, like go with them. That makes sense. Let them lose money. I won't, but hey, you know what? That's just part of it. We're at the house I showed you guys in the hurricanes that we have here in Leesburg, and they still do not have all of the trash picked up that we put on the street, so which is pretty crazy. We've had it on the market now for like 30 something days, and it's not moving. I told you guys a while ago that there was people that were interested in looking at it. They said it needed a little bit more work than they wanted to put into it, which I'm not gonna lie, it does need a little bit of work. However, I feel like we're pretty much around the right price point. I just think it's taking a little bit more time right now, which stinks. I'd like to sell it ASAP. I've got a lot of my own money in it, but that's kind of where we're at. I'm just gonna kind of wait until the right buyer comes along. It's been 33 days and we're not getting a ton of traffic right now. I've dropped the price 5K, so now it's listed at 290. You know, here's a bathroom. I've showed it many a times. I mean, it's pretty simple, right? I mean, it's nothing crazy. Could I have redone it? Yes, but I figured that it would sell as is, and it wasn't worth doing the whole rehab. It wasn't worth putting more money into it. It wasn't worth taking the extra time so I could put my energy and efforts into getting more deals, which I have done. So I'm okay with that. I do, however, wish I had some of this cash back. That's the one thing that you can never have enough of in this business when you're actually flipping houses is cash. You know, there's marketing, there's overhead for getting the deals, you know, systems, operations, all that fun stuff. And then there's a ton of money to actually own the properties and actually flip the houses. So like I said, honestly, I'll probably get, when I sell this with profit, you know, profit will probably be anywhere from like 40-ish thousand dollars. I'll probably end up getting around 80 to $100,000 of my own money back into this thing because I've put a new roof on it. I put the AC in it. I bought it myself, so we had a little bit of money down there. And yeah, I'll probably end up getting around there. So like that's a lot of money to put back into the business. I was in the area, so I stopped by. It's not looking too bad, so I don't really need to do anything. I'm gonna have my yard guy come by probably in a little bit. But here she is. I mean, come on, not too bad. Yes, it's like grandma's type. I mean, look at the flipping. Still, not the worst house ever. At this rate, if I don't sell it at the price that I like, I may just refinance it and keep it as a rental. It'd crush probably as a rental. I think you can probably get, you know, it's a 3.2, probably middle 2000s, lower to middle 2000s a month. So yeah, I could probably be all in 200K and then, you know, refinance, let's say it appraises at, I don't know, 290-ish around there. You know, I could probably get at least 210 to 215 out. So I'd have all of my money out of the property and could have a rental where I'd have no money in it. So that's always an option. But to be honest with you, I'd much rather just get all of my money via a sale and be able to put that back into the business. So that's the property. That's what's going on. That's what she looks like. So if anybody wants a house in Leesburg, I got a solid deal for you. You know, hey, new roof. When somebody comes in here and fixes it up, you know, if they buy it for around 290, 285, what I have it listed at, they'd probably get some equity once they like kind of fix things up. It could probably go for like 330, 340 if it's fixed up. It's very clean, very good area. This area is booming too, honestly. Like that's why I'm buying so much over here in Lake County. There's a lot going on here, which I am excited about. But that's a quick check-in on one of the ones we own. Now I need to go back and deal with some of the other fires going on. All right, so we're here looking for some new flooring because we have 2 new flips that are gonna be starting up here soon. And I'm not gonna lie to you, when I was flipping heavy last time, we still did a bunch of gray stuff, which kind of looked kind of like this. That's not the move anymore. Grays are out. And so I like a little bit more of like the natural wooded kind of look. So let's see if we can find any examples. The lighter wood, so like this is a little cheap, so we're trying to go a little bit more expensive than this. This is a $129 a square foot. Let me see if there's the one. So you don't want to skimp out. I mean, like 99 cents a square foot, like you're gonna be getting like the worst type of quality. So we like to go a little bit above that and pay around $2 a square foot. So this kind of like frappe colors one, if you can come around here and see this. So here's one. This frappe color isn't bad. It's like that light brown look. I do like the darker brown, like this Coco Walters isn't bad either. But pretty much whenever we find one that we like, we kind of just stick with it. So I'm on the hunt right now trying to find a new daily driver. So like, this isn't bad. Like that lighter kind of wood look is something that we're gonna be going for. And so that's what we've been on the hunt for. Like I said, in the past, you know, in like 2021 to 2022, when I was flipping a lot more, it was all gray stuff, which like grays are out. So I don't like that. I think it looks boring. I think it looks depressing. That's the biggest thing I'm looking for now. Once we kind of find that, the rest of the stuff is still pretty much copy paste. You know, it's like the bathrooms will look pretty similar. The kitchen will look pretty similar. It's just getting the other additives to start using consistently. That's what we're after right now. All right, so here's probably the one we're gonna go with, this Dusk Cherry Life Proof. This is expensive. I may have a supplier that can get it to us for a little bit cheaper, but that's the exact kind of looking we're going for. This Dusk Cherry from Life Proof is like the one that I'm probably gonna end up using. So yeah, what we used to use in the past, I'm not gonna lie, was something like this. This like champagne beech wood. It's that ugly gray, right? And so here is more of some of the stuff we're looking at now. So this antler trail looks pretty good. I kind of like that light. This isn't bad. Obviously $329 a square foot, which is how much this is a little expensive, but you get the gist. Like that's what we're looking for. I'll keep you updated with ones we do choose. And then another big thing we do obviously is like the backsplash for like the kitchen and stuff like that. So I don't know what I'm feeling. I've done something like this before. I've done this. I kind of want to switch it up a little bit. I mean, I'm not gonna lie to you, this isn't my area of expertise, but I kind of just go with what looks good. So I don't know, we'll see what I end up picking, but I'm trying to just get ideas right now. I don't have to decide for like another week or so because we have 3 projects will be coming up. But like I said, I want to stick with like a copy paste. So once I find something, that's probably gonna be like the new go-to. Yeah, so I'll keep you updated with what I choose. All right, so we are at a property here in Orlando. It's a mobile home that I am wholesaling to one of my buddies. We got the property under contract for $162, and we're gonna be wholesaling it or assigning it to him for $183. So $21,000 profit. Here's the kicker. The owners, the sellers, excuse me, live in New York. So they had some tenants in here. We got the tenants out. Tenants supposedly left the keys, and my buddy who came to look at it said that the keys don't work. So I'm here trying to figure out if we can find a way to get into the property. So, all right, so here's the deal. We got the keys that my buddy said weren't working, and maybe I'm stupid, but, oh hell. It's not looking good actually. Let's see here. Okay, so come to find out my buddy's stupid. That's what I'm getting at. And he's just a box of rocks, but while we're here, oh good, okay, so the electric is off. Dang, that's not good. So let me double check and see. Look in here. Yeah, the power is off. There's an inspection he needs to have tomorrow to make sure that he can close on it for insurance, lending purposes, yada, yada, yada. But anyways, here's the house. So it's a mobile home, not the worst thing I've ever seen. Definitely does need some updating, but I wish I could show you more with the lights on, but we just found out that we do not have electric because the owners turned it off after the tenants moved out. So here's the kitchen. The place needs a lot of loving, so I'm gonna have to let him know that. It's a pretty solid property, so if you come out here, we're like right across the street from some apartments over there. Everywhere around here, like the neighbors all along the street are all single family homes. This is a single family, but it's a mobile home, so we're like the only mobile home. Everyone else, all the comps are single family, so it's a little bit tough to comp, but we're like way cheaper than everyone else. So comps wise, I think we're pretty safe. It's a pretty big lot. The problem is it just needs a decent amount of loving, and that's a plane because we're next to the Orlando airport. So if you heard that, oopsie daisies. Yeah, UCF's like 5 minutes that way. So that's also to give you some approximation of where we're at. But yeah, come over here. Like I said, got the property for $162. There's the mobile home. And then when you drive back here, there's actually a detached garage, which is pretty cool. It's full of crap right now, so there's that. A lot of opportunity here. The reason I'm wholesaling it is because I'd rather get some cash in the business to put back into the business and marketing, things like that. I would make more money if I flipped it, bar none. You know, probably could make $50,000 after about like a 3 to 4 month period, maybe. But I'm taking the quick cash, I'm taking the quick close, getting everything. You know, I'd rather take $21,000 today than 6 months making maybe 40, 50, right? So that's where I'm at today in the business. But this is an example of one that we're doing right now. Have 2 wholesales closing this month, buying 3 more. That's kind of where we're at. So boom, hopefully this one closes. My buddy needs to get his 4-point done, and then everything else should be good to go.